Oh, good morning, beautiful people. I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. Happy Monday. This is LoveBabz Love Talk. I'm sitting in my seat. It looks a little rainy, dreary outside. I'm in a good mood. I'm a little tired because, weekends and being a social butterfly, I don't let a good weekend pass without being in it. So of course, I was in my weekend. Let's see, what did I do Friday? Oh my God. Now, what I have to do is go back to my Instagram because that'll tell me what I was doing. Because I never know. Oh, I know. Friday, the Planned Parenthood of Southern New England, we had our board retreat dinner. So we went to this restaurant in Wallingford called the Library, which I think is the town's first library. So it's an impressive, building. And so we had a private room. We had dinner. It was great. Um, it was really, really good. I had tequila mockingbird cocktail, two of them. So really, what it is a cocktail with a lot of tequila and jalapeno. I really like that. So and copious amounts of wine to go with my dinner. So I don't even know what I had. I had something. It was yummy. All of it. We had tapas and we had good conversation. So that was Friday evening. Saturday all day from 8:30 to 4:30 or 5 o'clock. We had an actual board retreat in our offices on Whitney Avenue. So that was really good. We broke out into affinity groups, and if you don't know what an affinity group is, it just means a group of like folks, race affinity group. And it was facilitated. So white people had to go somewhere. We were where, but anyway, I don't want to talk about it. I'm just saying, it started the day off so well. That's what I mean. Like normally, I am annoyed at these race kinds of exercises, because it just annoy me. But this didn't. This set the tone for my day and put me in a very good mood. So that's really what I wanted to say. So that was Saturday, and that was all day. So I had Planned Parenthood business all day, and then a little bit of Long Wharf Theater business in the evening. And then I just chilled for the rest of the night. Like it was a really lovely Saturday night. And then Sunday, got to sleep in a little bit, which was nice. And then went to the Jamaican American Connection Friendsgiving at Concorp Lab. We're over up on Newhall. So I went to that, and it was really fun. The food is always amazing. Oh my God, it was so, so, so good. So, so good. And I had my first Beaujolais of the season. It's been a while since I had a Beaujolais. I used to get, Beaujolais come out every season. So I would get a couple of bottles and kick off the season. I didn't do that this year. So when I saw it on the table, I was like, holy cow, it's been a long time since I had a glass of Beaujolais. So I had the 2021 Beaujolais. It was great with my food. So I ate, chatted, spoke to the crowd a little bit. It was just a lovely gathering of people. So I just want to shout out Kay of Here's Kay, my mother Yvonne, Allison, Yvette, all the folks that, Norm, all the folks of the Jamaican American Connection, Palm. It was really nice. And then I left there and ran up to Guilford to be with my in-laws, hang out with the unboyfriend and his family. And that was really nice. I enjoy them so much. We even got in a couple of games of Taboo, the British version of Taboo, which I don't even know why they have the British version of Taboo. But we played it, and it was fun. It was fun. It was a good time. We talked about Christmas and holidays and family, and she gave me a couple of books to give to Carter, my little upstairs neighbor, The Hungry Caterpillar, and another little Christmas book. So yeah, so I'm very I had a good time last night. So I got home. I must have got home around 10ish, maybe a little later than that. I normally stay later. I normally don't stay as late as that. I told her the next time I come, and I say this every time, I will bring a bag and some pajamas and I'll stay. But I got to do it on a Friday or Saturday. I cannot do it on a Sunday, even though I could get on air at their house, I'm sure. But I would prefer to be home to do this on a Monday. So anyway, so that was my weekend, people. It was a great weekend. I'm never having a bad weekend, so I don't know what that's about, but I live a very social life, and I make no apologies for the social life that I live. You know why? Because I don't have any babies at home. When you don't have any babies at home, when you don't have any little kids at home, you get to do the things that you want to do. So that's what I did. I just live the way I want to live. I run the streets the way I want to run the streets, and that's it. So I had a good weekend, but then I have a good day. So tonight is the Common Ground board meeting, but I don't have to bang the gavel. We have Bob Parker and I are both the chair of the board, so I don't have to do anything there. And then tomorrow, I've got dinner with Joan Lindley from the Mercy Center. She wants to talk to me about a couple of things. So I might be opening up my spiritual direction practice. I think that's where I'm going. I think that's what she wants to talk about. I'm sure of it, but talk about opening up my spiritual direction practice, because there's some folks who need a spiritual director, and they might want one of color. So, and that's me. I'm fully trained. I'm certified. I'm ready to go. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring some of my spiritual direction books with me for my holiday getaway with my girlfriends while we go up to to Mohegan Sun. So I think I'm gonna bring a couple of, just to refresh my memory on terminology, and I'll bring a notebook so I can keep notes and probably get myself in a very prayerful space so that I can receive all of God's gifts. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I had already had a mind to do that, but this latest invite to go back to spiritual direction with someone really sort of causes me to be a little bit more diligent. I was on the fence about bringing books. Now I'm absolutely going to bring books. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm excited. I'm excited about that. Oh, and my roses are still here. Look at them. They still look vivid. I need to add some more water though, so I'll do that after I get off air. But they still look beautiful, from Robin Porter, giving me a little sunshine. And the way that dreary day looks today, I probably need it. So there's a lot of things that I want to do. There's a lot of things percolating. There's a lot of things that I've got to, figure out if I'm going to pursue or not pursue. So I'm just trying to set myself up to just be intentional about everything. I got this wonderful, wonderful text from Roberta Hosky this morning. She's such an inspiration to me, right? I just love the way she moves about the world. I love the way that she is just so inspiring to a whole bunch of women. But to me personally, because she is a personal friend. And she just said, enjoy your day and be intentional about it. No matter what, keep shining and smiling. And I don't know, maybe God whispered to her that I needed that message. I hope so, because I received it as such. I received it as if, God wanted me to have that message. So I feel pretty good about it. I will say this though. I will say this more about this imposter syndrome stuff that people are struggling with. And I, when I was somewhere and I heard a sister say it, and I'm always baffled by that. Now, listen, I don't want to discredit or discount anybody's experience or awareness or whatever. That imposter syndrome has never been my problem. Anywhere I showed up, I always felt like that's where the hell I was supposed to be. I never felt less being in any space. And I never why me? I always thought, how come there ain't more me's in here? That's how I roll. So anyway, I'm saying all that to say, I seen a meme that said, show up in spaces as if God sent you. And I think that has been how I have shown up without understanding that that's how I've been behaving. Show up as if God has sent you. I hope somebody can hear that, and maybe that will cure your imposter syndrome. You know, that wherever space you are in, you worked hard to be there. It wasn't an accident. You're not a token. You're not, they didn't just go and pull some Negroes off the street and say, get in a room or run this department, or, they didn't do that. You have earned every rung of the climb up. So don't let nobody discount you. Don't let nobody make you feel less, or don't let anybody question your education, your abilities, your intellect, your mental capacity. None of that. This is a year we are shutting all that mess down. So listen, I'm done with people fat shaming people. I'm done with people hating on transgendered people. I'm done. Like, listen, don't even come in my space. And it's not just a circle, baby. I'm in a square because there's corners to this thing, and I will toss you out because I'm not going to have that energy around me. I'm putting people on notice, baby. Putting you on notice. So if you come with me, if you come at me with some mess, or if you make some slick remarks about, this is how I know gaslighting, people with this, with this sick sense of self about, they're always dieting or they're always working out or all this other kind of stuff. And then they do it around other people who are not doing that. I'm like, what do you get out of saying that? Like, you want people to jump up and say, oh girl, oh brother, I'm a go, and I'm a. Is that what you want? I'm just trying to understand what people's motivations are when you're in a room full of people and everybody's getting down and having a good time or whatever, and you come with your, oh no, I don't eat that. Oh, blah, 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 blah. You know what? You don't got to announce a damn thing. That's not better anyone. Thinness is not preferential treatment. Thinness is not the keys to the kingdom. Do you know what I mean? Health is, but thinness is not. Health is, but thinness is not. Health is, right? I follow the sister, the fat running chef. She's the sister. I love her. I love her endorsements. I love the things that she does. She tried to run the Boston Marathon and she couldn't finish because she didn't feel well. And she was feeling very bad about that. And I was like, girl, why? Listen, you got there. Like the fact that, and I'm not trying to minimize her pain about she wished she could have done it, finished it or whatever. I'm saying that is such a huge accomplishment in and of itself, that hold that in some sacred, don't discount that. Like that's sacred. That's a sacred thing. But you know what? You willed yourself to that point. And the race goes on every year, so you can do it. But I just watch how people fat shame people all over the internet. I just watch it. And at first I never understood it to be fat shaming. I like a lot of people, like, oh, they're just trying to be helpful. No, you're not. You're not being helpful. You're being an asshole. And, accept people for where they are. And until people are ready to get up off the couch or whatever it is, get from behind the bar, get up off the stool, whatever it is, that's not your call to make. Now, you can invite people to do things, but don't invite them with the guise that you're going to fix them. Like, don't invite people to stuff that you think is for their best interest because you think that way. Not even caring or interested in how they're feeling, not understanding their underlying issues. There are people who are fat who are just fine, and they're not trying to take potions or trying to be in somebody's boot camp or taking injections or knifing their stomachs into little tiny pieces. There are people who are happy just the way that they are. And if they're not, don't add to their pain by heaping your foolishness, your judgment, your condemnation, your assholeness on top of it. Let people live. Let people be who they want to be. That's my message this morning. Get free and get happy. Get free and get happy. Get free. Happy. This is the season of peace, comfort, and joy. Right? Peace, comfort, and joy. We're in this season of giving thanks. Let us do that. let us let us let us give thanks for all things, to all things, because of all things. Let us do that. Amen, amen. Let's do that. Let's do that. Because I just think people will find, I'm telling you, I have so much freedom and joy in my life, even with all the things. Now, I don't say that to say I don't have my moments of depression. I don't have my moments of insecurity. I don't have my moment. Like, I don't say any of this because I'm so free that I don't experience these things. The freedom comes in, I identify it, and I step off from it. I do not languish in it. Do not wallow in it. I make room for all the discomforts in my life. That's why I'm not out here, trying to kill myself every 20 minutes or walking off a bridge or walking in front of cars or, making bad decisions. I understand my pain. And when it shows up, I address it. And if I'm not addressing it, at least make room for it until I can address it. I don't hide it, run from it. Look at that. So that's so liberation oftentimes just means you have the ability to get free from anything. And it's like a muscle though. You gotta keep working at it. The basis of this is truth. You gotta walk in truth. You have to be honest with yourself. Be honest with other people. It starts with you first. Like you have to show up being truthful with yourself. You're in a bad situation. Examine yourself in that situation. What are you bringing to the situation? Because whatever you think you want, you need to give to yourself. Y'all know how I get down. I roll with very simple rules for my life. Walk in truth. I give what I need. And I like the company of myself. I'm not one of these people that I can go. It never occurs to me to think I can't go someplace because I need company. I eat at restaurants and bars all the time by myself. That sometimes I'll call up my friends like, hey, what are y'all doing? I'm gonna be over here, there, otherwhere. Do you want to do this, that? And they're like, yeah, I can, or maybe I can, or whatever. And if they can't, it doesn't stop me. I don't say, oh, I guess I can't go. No, if I want to go to the owl shop and nobody wants to go to the owl shop with me, guess what? I go to the owl shop, sit down, order a cigar and a good bourbon. What? There's people in there. I'm not in there by myself. And even if I was, so what? That's what I mean. You gotta get clear about who you are and be good in your own skin. I used to be one of these people. Oh, gosh, if I could just lose this 20 pounds or 50 pounds or 100 pounds or whatever. I used to be one of those people. I'm not kidding you. I look back on posts and journals from 2010, how much I was lamenting weight. I mean, I spent a great deal of time lamenting weight. And for the life of me, I don't even know why. I'm not an unhappy person. I'm not a fat, unhappy person. And my fatness doesn't make me unhappy. And so I think because I bought into the fat shaming of myself, and I've been doing this for quite some time, way before 2010. Like I was doing this since forever. Forever. I've been internalizing other people's opinions. And even when I wasn't fat, I was still bigger than other girls. I was a size like 10, but everybody else was like a 4, right? So you go down that path. You're like, oh, I just want to I remember I got down to a size 6. And it was terrible. I was like 20-something years old. I'll never do that mess again. Like, I will never do that again. Ever. So as I think about this, I have been wearing other people's condemnation of me and my body for quite some time. And listen, and I don't mean like, I see people who get fat shamed and it's harsh. People who want to kill them and people want to be mean to them. I've never gotten that. What I get is, compliments, backhand slaps that are masquerading as compliments, Now people don't, I don't have that too much of that experience, but I see it showing up in other ways, you know, when I'm around some thin women and they'll start that, oh, I can't eat that. Ooh, you know, oh, I'm so, you know what, oh, I have like 10 more pounds to lose. And oh, you know, I just don't know what I would do if you know, I have all these clothes, I couldn't possibly put on any more weight. And, you know, and you just look at them like, hey, who are you talking to? Like, who, why? You know, or they think their thinness is more attractive than my fatness. That somehow or other, and I see this with women all the time, that somehow or other they think that they are sexier and more beautiful. And I'm here to tell you, sexy is not how you look, baby. Let me give you a sexiness charm lesson 101. I'm gonna give it to you for free. After that, you pay me to tell you what I know. Sexiness is not how you look. If you think it's how you look, you've already lost the battle. You are already not sexy. Sexy is in your mind. It's in your mind. Sexy begins in your mind. I think I'm very sexy. I could put on a pair of jeans and still be sexy. I could sit at the bar and out sexy anybody. Trust me, I've done it. So I charm and intellect and clarity and truth is way sexier than some clingy, slinky dress with the, you know, with your navel showing. You might get a look, but you don't get you don't get real conversation. You know, what you get is a look. Oh, all right. You know, that's just packaging. But if you empty, it's just packaging. Empty packaging. So I'm done with, you know, these little sly remarks and snide remarks and, you know, and oh, and this, that, and the other thing. And I was like, you know what? If that's you know, you want to dominate the conversation with, you know, the latest weight loss thing or what you do or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, who is she talking to? I already, listen, I am clear about my fatness. Clear. Would I like to lose some more weight? Yeah, I know what to do. That's it. That's the end, beginning and end of the conversation right there. You know, will I die? No. I mean, is it a constant thought process? No, it isn't, because I really never think of myself as fat until somebody reminds me of it. And then I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, I am fat. Yeah, oh, by the way, I am fat. I never think this fatness keeps me from dating. I date. I know men who find me attractive. And if they don't, I don't care. I'm not here for the gaze of men. I'm not. Like, you either dig me or you don't. I'm not gonna lament that. You know, when I was a young woman, I think I was always trying to play to the gaze of some man, right? I think we all do till we learn. Till you learn that, you know, your value is not in some man. You know, like you're amazing. You don't have to play to somebody's gaze, you know. And so that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So I want everybody to be intentional. Be intentional. Walk in truth. You are enough. God knows we are enough. If you're not enough, then figure out for yourself what it is, what more you want. What more do you want? If you don't think you're enough, what else can you add to yourself to get you to the place of more, of feeling like I'm good? You know, you can do that work. That's fine. Do that work. And answer your own questions. Ask and answer your own questions. See where it gets you. So I'm saying, ask the questions. See where it gets you. Because it's harsh out here. And, you know, the time that you spend not having joy, real joy. Do you know what real joy is? When you see your friends and you are so happy to see them. You know what I mean? And I don't say this like you have to be happy and joyous every waking moment. That is unrealistic and foolish. But you should have more joy than you have any other thing, right? More joy. And how do you get that? What do you want? Like what is the thing that makes you the happiest? Like, where on the planet are you the happiest? Like, and sometimes it's not just about getting on the plane and going to Bali, right? I mean, I would be quite happy in Bali, to tell you the truth. But not for like long periods of time, but I would be happy there. But, you know, going to Paris makes me happy, you know, but I can't go to Paris every single day. I don't live there. So it's a treat. But there are things here that I do now that bring me joy, like a really refreshing glass of ice water. I love a good glass of ice water. I love a good glass of anything alcoholic, just about, except gin. For me, gin is like drinking Christmas trees. Although Tim Cabral would argue that point with me and would make me a damn good gin cocktail. And then I'd have to say, I was wrong. Good. But other than that, I like fine dining. I do. I like a well-appointed restaurant. I like fine linen. I like a well-appointed bed. I like a well-appointed space. I like things. I'm not a minimalist. I was on this rant maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, after Marquisha's mother had passed, and she said, you know, she had to sort through all her mother's things. Her mother had so much stuff, and it got me thinking about my own things. And for a minute, I was just like, "Oh, I don't want to be a burden." But then, you know, fast forward, I'm like, give a damn. I'm gonna be surrounded by all my things while I'm alive, and however way my children, and there are 4 of them, plus a whole host of nieces and nephews, they can discard with my things however way they feel necessary. But while I am alive, I'm going to enjoy all my things, and we'll add more things to the things. Damn that. I'm not going to give up my things while I'm alive because I don't want to burden them. They could consign all this. I was thinking about this just last night as I was going to bed. I was looking around because I have so much stuff. I don't have, like, it's not hoarding, but you know, until I can trick out my second bedroom into my closet, my things are in my dining room. Well, a lot of them are in my dining room on racks, like movable racks, so I can get to them because my daughter is taking up space in my second bedroom. And so, and I was looking at my things, I was like, boy, I sure have a lot of things. Some of these things I probably will get rid of, but that's just it. I have a lot of things, a lot of jewelry, a lot of shoes, a lot of accessories, a lot of things that give me great pleasure. I've always been like that, right? Like, I've always just liked things. You know, something could move me. Like, I like fine paper. So I love notebooks, journals, always collecting them, right? I love things. So that's just what it is. I try not to bring every single thing that I've stopped buying journals unless one really jumps out at me. For the most part. So I stopped that because I still have so many. But as I get them, I give them as gifts. I do. So, you know, just say. So I just like, and my sister sent me a text. My sister Lo said, "You got stuff." I do. You know, I'm not a minimalist. I'm not going to be. I tried. I thought, oh, I want to see what it's like to live with, you know, some. I was like, why? That doesn't even bring me joy. The thought of that does not bring me joy. Hey, hi. Is no school today? There's no school today?
No, because I'm sick.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm glad you're over there, not over here. I hope you feel better. Harry, you babysitting? Okay. Harry's got the grandbaby. She is adorable. My sister said your baby is adorable. Yes, he's got beautiful granddaughters. Beautiful granddaughters. So, oh yeah, it's nice to have grandparents. Because Harry's younger than I am. He's the grandfather. He's younger than I am. So, he's got 3 beautiful. He's got a newest one. Lumi is the newest baby. Lumi. So there's Bella and Daisy and Lumi. They are so pretty. not just pretty, but they are smart, capable little girls, smart and capable. Their parents should be very proud. They've raised these girls, raising these smart, capable little girls. So anyway, back to my TED Talk. What else is going on? I don't even want to talk about that Kyle verdict. I don't even know what to say about it. I'm just gonna keep moving. I watched some Hallmark movies. I saw something I hadn't seen before, which, is what it's gonna be. There's a lot that I haven't seen, even though I keep watching a gazillion, so. But other than that, I think Andrew and I are gonna go to the movies. We're gonna go see King Richard. Go see that in December, I think. I think we made a date for December. So I'm looking forward to that. And Andrew's good. It's nice seeing him last night over dinner at his mama's house, and his sister and his daughter and his niece. It was nice seeing them. It was very, very nice seeing them. I had a good time. I always have a good time when I'm over there. They treat me well. They treat me like family. So they feel like my people. So I'm always happy when I go there. So other than that, all is well in the world. I mean, I've got some stressors, but not enough to break me. So life goes on. The world keeps turning. Or as the show song goes, wheels keep turning. Do indeed. Happy birthday to my nephew Trent. He turned 19. It's hard to believe these children are growing up so quickly. 19. It seems like he got here yesterday. It seems like yesterday my sister was saying, well, I'm on my way to the hospital after I finish this load of clothes. What, girl? If you don't get yourself to no, I have finished this load. I was like, Lo, are you in labor? And I was like, well, she goes, when I finish this load, I'll call you when I get to the hospital. When she gets to the hospital and calls me, she's like, oh yeah, the baby's here. I was like, what? I just talked to you. My sister could spit them babies out. Boom, boom, boom. No time. No time at all. No time. I was like, Jesus. I said, he's here. Yeah, he's here. Like, as soon as I got in the hospital, he just jumped right out. I was like, okay. But he's a beautiful, handsome young man, and he's a musician. And I've been trying to get him to apply to Yale, to the School of Music, and sending him these little messages. And I think he's been ignoring me because he doesn't feel confident that he could do it. I was like, why don't you feel confident? You are a musician. Like you are good at what you do. I mean, you're already good at what you do. So, but I know that's a confidence issue. So I just keep sending them a little, like, just apply. Look, what does it cost you to apply? All I can do is say yes or no. You might want to study music. You might want to be a world-class musician. You love this, so consider it. No, anyway. So I'm gonna keep sending them stuff, and then until he definitively says, I'm not interested. But I think he is kind of interested. If he was here, I could work on him a little closer. I could bring him over there, introduce him to the professor, bring him to a couple of jazz clubs, talk to other artists. That's what I would. That's what I would love to do. Like if he'd come for the weekend, I would just take him all the places. Take him all the places where I go, where I listen to live music and know musicians. He would enjoy. I think he would dig that. And if he brought his instrument, he could probably sit in with the band or some set. So because that's how you get to know other artists, right? Playing with them. So that's all I'm saying. I know he loves his music, and I want him to sort of think he can do it. Yeah. We'll see. I don't really have any real influence in that, but I do what I can as an auntie. And listen, Auntie was my first gig. So Auntie is my first thing. So I am happy to stand in that long tradition of auntieship. So, so I just want him to know that he can study music. He can do all the things. You don't have to do one thing. You can do all the things. I am of that school of thought. You can do all the things. Just pick a thing and do it. Do all the things. So yeah, that's all. That's it. I'm gonna catch the Halle Berry movie, the boxing movie, because I really like boxing. So I'm not really a fan of mixed martial arts, but I do like boxing. And there are a few films with women as boxers. Maybe a handful, if anything. So we'll see. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. So yeah, so that's some of the things going on, and it's a short week, so we're getting ready for Thanksgiving. I think I'm gonna pop over to LoveBabz Wednesday for their annual Thanksgiving potluck, and then we're gonna roll up to Uncasville after that, check in and hang out for the day for a few days. Hang out for a few days and see what's going to be. I'm looking forward to that. Need a little time. I need a little time. So I don't know why I have all these dates in here. I have to see what is going on. I have my friend Joan in here, and I need to check. I don't know why I have her in two places. And I gotta double check. I think we said, yeah, the 23rd. Yeah, the 23rd. Because I think the 30th. Ooh. Yeah, I think we are the 23rd. I don't know why we have the 30th. I don't even know. That's just the craziest thing. I don't know why I have her on two dates. Well, I'm definitely gonna see her tomorrow. And I'm like, why do I have you on the 30th? And we seeing each other twice. Which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. So my brother Robert's birthday is December 3rd. So I don't know what he's planning, but they get into stuff pretty regular. Like him and his wife, they celebrate. So God knows they could be in Miami or not, or Puerto Rico or wherever. I mean, they always kind of get together and celebrate. Then that Monday, December 6th, is my best friend Ron's birthday. And I'm actually taking him to dinner. He doesn't cancel on me. I don't have to worry about him listening because he doesn't listen to me on this. He doesn't listen to me on the radio, so I can say whatever I want. He is my bestie. And I told him he better hold that day for me. And he said he would. So I'm going to take him to dinner. I'm going to take him someplace where I know he can eat because he's vegan. So I already have a place in mind. I'm going to pick him up. Not going to depend on him showing up. I'm going to go and get him, bring him, and then bring him home. That's the date. So you cannot cancel on me. I'll be sitting outside his house. I'm waiting. So yeah. So December is looking like it's going to be pretty busy. I haven't decided whether or not I'll have a tree in the house this year. I don't know, but I'm sure my daughters will carry on whether they always do about the holidays and want a tree. So we'll see. We shall see. Because Margot will want to come over here and decorate and bring out all the Santas and all the things, and see. We'll see. We shall see. Although once I get the tree in the house, very happy about the tree. Once I get the tree in the house, I'm like, oh, okay. This is why I love the tree. This is why I love the tree. So we'll see. I have a little silver tree that stays up all year. I have a black Santa. Somebody brought me a black Santa sitting on the porch, which is really nice. So I've got an outside black Santa. And I got a bunch of Santas that the kids and I, over the years, we start our black Santa hunt. We've not done that. So I gotta find out when they want to know. It's usually me and Margot because Brianna has been away at college. So I want to check in with Margot. She hasn't brought it up. I could get her to get away from her boyfriend. Oh my God, they like join at the hip. She can. I don't. Yeah. I'm texting her now. See if she can. Just she and I. And, let's see. Today, girl. Anyway. What else is going on? I'm reading 400 Souls. I'm bringing that with me to Uncasville because I want to read. I'm going to bring some of my spiritual direction books because I can see some of them right there. So they're close at hand. So, and I've been steadily reading, which is nice because I've been committed since the summer of every trying to get at least 1 or 2 books in every month. Some books take longer than others. Like I'm still in the reads with the Arthur Ashe book. I'm going to finish it. I'm not going to take it with me, but I am going to finish that. I'm going to see. But I don't want to get too far behind because there's some books that I want to finish before the year. This is my own internal pressure. My own internal pressure. So we'll see. But I've been trying to be consistently reading, and I'm thinking about some other things. Creatively. Yes, and high five to the Arts Council. We got $500,000 from the National Endowment for the Arts. So it's out there, people have seen it. Thank you to all the people who congratulated us. There's a press release out now talking about that. We're the only ones in the state that got that much. Another organization, another arts serving organization, I think in the Hartford area got $100,000. But we asked for it, we got it. So I'm so pleased and so proud, as the chair of the Arts Council, to sort of have that, so that it continues our work of supporting BIPOC, and it continues our work of starting some new exciting initiatives like, paying interns at arts serving organizations, so that if someone wants to transition over or just wants some experience, that they can pick up a little something while they, immerse themselves in the world of arts. I'm just so delighted by that. Just so delighted, and it's just such a cool thing, and from the National Endowment for the Arts, we just. It's the American Rescue Plan grant, and we can do so much with that, and we do the resiliency grants for small budget nonprofits, art organizations. They can get $10K in operational support over 2 years to help boost their staffing levels, to create future sustainability, the Artist Corps for individual artists to create projects and initiatives that directly impact their community, with mentorship from an advisory team of experienced local artists, creative workforce initiative to create paid internships for New Haven residents to gain professional work experience within our region's nonprofit arts organizations in partnership with the City of New Haven Department of Arts, Culture, and Tourism. That's my sorority sister Adrienne over there running that. So we are delighted for these opportunities to do what we are missioned to do, what we're missioned to do. And so, and Dan Fitzmaurice is an amazing executive director over there. And it's just good to be having a wonderful team over there of folks that really love arts, arts community, artists, artistic expression in all forms. So I'm just very pleased. And that's such a cool thing, you know, such a cool thing. I mean, way, way, way cool. So yes, that is the world as I know it. We're coming up on a 10 o'clock hour. I want to, I don't know if Harry's going to play some PSAs. we got some PSAs around COVID because we want people to get vaccinated. I want people to get vaccinated. If you've been vaccinated, it's time for boosters. Get your booster. You know, save yourself. There's opportunity. So I've had my booster. I'm going to encourage other people to have their booster. Get a booster and, save yourselves.
Hi, this is Babz Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org.
Hi, this is New Haven Health Director Marixa Bond. Do you want your life back? Get vaccinated. I did. Got questions about the vaccines? Did you know that there's a place you can go and get the answers and the facts about the vax? Check it out, then you decide. New Haven, get the facts. It's free and it's your choice. To get the vax facts or to find a vaccination center near you, visit covid19.newhavenct.gov. Again, covid19.newhaven.ct.gov. Stay safe.
Hi, I'm Emil. Want your life back?
Get vaccinated. We did.
Got questions about the vaccine? Talk to your fam. And fill your drinks.
To get back to life, get the vax. It's free and it's your choice. To get the facts too, find a vaccine center near you. Visit bit.ly/NHV-COVIDFacts. That's bit.ly/NHV-COVIDFacts.
Hola, soy Emil. ¿Quieres recuperar tu vida?
Vacúnate. Nosotros lo hicimos.
¿Tienes preguntas sobre la vacuna? Habla con tu familia.
Oye, usa tu máscara. Yo lo hago.
Para recuperar tu vida, vacúnate. Es gratis y es tu elección. Para obtener información sobre la vacuna o para encontrar un centro de vacunas cerca de ti, ve a bit.ly/NHV-COVIDFacts.
rising, tornado everywhere. Ozone depleting, CO2 crowds the atmosphere. Sea is rising daily, the ice is melting in the air. Someone needs to break the wall and look there for all the sin. Don't move on the
Oh
Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org.
Where were you? Where have you been? Rescue me, can't you see? Scooby-Dooby, Scooby-Dooby, I do the Scooby-Dooby, Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Dooby, Scooby-Dooby, I do the Scooby-Dooby, 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 I do the Scooby-Dooby, Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Dooby, Scooby-Dooby, I do the Scooby-Dooby, Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Dooby, Scooby-Dooby, I do the Scooby-Dooby, Scooby-Doo. My trollopirates.
Yes. I think we're playing. I think we're playing all the music from from the WNHH vault. All the shows. You know, when we get to this music right here, this last little jazz tune, we done played all the music. So I hope y'all enjoy that little musical interlude. Oh, it is 10 o'clock in the Elm. It's a little overcast. It might be a little bit of showers. It's a little chilly out. I think they said about 40 degrees. It's 45 or 48, but it'll feel like 40. So dress accordingly. I've got on long sleeves and a little bit of a mock neck. I do feel cold. Like I feel cold. Cold. I kind of want some real breakfast this morning. Sometimes I wake up and I'm really hungry, and I think today is one of those days. You know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. You know, and I could use a nap, but I have a few things I got to do today, so there'll be no opportunity to like come home and like take a nap. So just letting y'all know that's what it is today out here in these streets. You know, Delta Sigma Theta sorority is having their 55th annual convention down there in Atlanta. So I've seen my sorors in all the regalia. So it is lovely to see them. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We've got some new honorary sorors that got inducted over the week. It is lovely. If I can find the picture, I can tell you who they are. I know Lettucey is one. one of the Shabazz sisters, Joy Reid is my sorority sister now. Woohoo! Joy Reid is my sorority sister. So I'm very pleased. And they seem to be very happy. It's about, I think, 6 of them or 8 of them. I think that's their line. And if I come across it again before I get off air, I'll tell you who it is. Because I think it's posted. It is posted because I'm seeing it all weekend. I just want to go back and look. Yeah, go and look. And see. But anyway, congratulations to the new sorors of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. I am pleased to be a member. Here we go. Let's see, our newest members. We welcome our newest honorary members to the greatest sisterhood on the planet. At the 55th National Convention, Michelle J. Howard, Abby Phillip, Joy Ann Reid, Ambassador Shabazz, Paulette V. Smith, and Letticy Young. Welcome, sisters. Welcome to the Crimson and Cream universe. So it is very nice to, I'm always amazed and impressed that women still want to serve in this capacity. And it is a lifetime commitment, trust me when I tell you. So I am quite pleased by that. It is a lovely thing to see that. And I'm always amazed when we see, I mean, I think last year was, the last convention was Angela Bassett and a couple other sisters that were inducted in. So Soledad O'Brien, and I mean, it was lovely. So this is special. So welcome. And they bring so much to our sorority. So we honor them and we respect them and we are grateful for them. So yes, that is that. I tell you what I did watch, and I'm going to have Emily Bernard, you know, the prolific writer, professor. Emily Bernard is going to come on. We're going to talk about Nayla Larsen's passing. You know, it was turned into a movie. I watched it over the weekend on Netflix. It was so engaging, right? And beautifully shot. It's in black and white. Looks beautiful. I mean, it just looks so stunning. So, but it's based on a book by Nayla Larsen. This book is like over 100 years old. So, but the themes are still quite very real. You know, race is still an issue. We still have issues. But anyway, Emily Bernard wrote an introduction to the latest edition of the book, the latest edition of the printing of the book. And so I just wanted to talk to her and get her thoughts on this film and the book. And I was listening to a conversation the other day. Somebody was talking about, the director of the film, I think, was talking about how they were able to take, to expand on what Nayla Larsen wrote about, you know, because in those days when she wrote about it, I mean, when we talk about race issues, women's sexuality, there's a certain restraint that had to be upheld in those times that don't exist now. So you can expand upon, you can expand on the story in a film in ways that the book could only stop at, right? You know, and it wasn't, they didn't exploit the book. Like the book, like they took some liberties with the book, but not hard liberties. Like you'd be like, oh, I can't believe they put aliens in it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like that. You know, they just expanded on some of the relational kinds of things. But I really love, I think I might watch it again because I so enjoyed it. And I feel like watching it again, I will see some different aspects of it. So I think I'm gonna put it on my list of to watch again. You know, there are only a few movies I will watch over and over and over and over again, like Auntie Mame and that kind of thing. But I think I might watch this again I don't know if I will get around to reading this book again. I read this book when I was like young. Like I want to say, I don't think I read it in high school. I want to say I read it in college. That was like 35 years ago or some old thing. I mean, it's not a long read, but I'm not sure if I want to pick it up again to read. But I might watch the film again because there's some things that I want to see. And it just looks it's just such a beautiful looking film, and it's got a lot of eroticism in it. At least from where I sat, I thought it was a lot of pent up frustration, a lot, you know. And I think some of that was they expounded on that because I'm not sure if the book really gave you that level of frustration. I think you saw some tension, you know, and you know, in that kind of tension, you could sort of make up in your mind like what you might think it could be. But in the film, you have a clear idea. There's something going on here. How long has this been going on? Yeah. It's like that, you know, on all fronts, right? So you could see human nature, the green-eyed monster, you know, green-eyed monster being jealousy. But there's some intrigue. And, you know, I love the language of this film. I like the way that they talk in this film, right? Like, I just love it. It has that era conversation, right? The way that people spoke to each other, the way that people were with each other. I mean, it just feels like Oscar Michaud could have easily done this film, right? Like it just feels from that period. So I'm gonna watch it again. But anyway, Emily Bernard is gonna come on. I'm gonna send her some dates. She's gonna come on. We're gonna unpack this film and this story of passing. I think it's fascinating, this idea of passing. And, you know, when you talk to Black folks and talk about passing, Black folks can look at you and know you Black folk. Do you know what I mean? Like Black folks can look at other Black folks, I don't care how light you are, and be like, Black folk. I mean, Nicole Richie is Black people, right? She's very white, but she's Black people. I mean, there's a lot of people like that. A couple of folks who we the woman from Jungle Fever, the actress. I mean, she's very light skinned and she looks like she easily could pass. But we have a way of looking at ourselves and saying, "I see you." So, you know, Hollywood tried that whole passing thing a few times, right? In a couple of movies, like Pinky, Imitation of Life, both versions. Where they, you know, I think in the original version, they actually used a Black woman who was very light skinned. I believe that's the truth. But in the second Hollywood version, they used a white woman and just wrote her, you know, she just played passing, you know. Pinky, white woman, played passing, that kind of thing. And a couple of other movies where Black people were in it, but they were passing. And then they had to tell, I think it was this movie where they were Black people, looked white, lived in a white neighborhood. And then when their son came of age of high school, graduating high school and going to college, they were like, by the way, let me tell you something, bro. You can't go to these white schools because you are Black. He's like, we never told anybody, but we have to tell you because if they get your records, it says Negro. So, you know, those kinds of stories. And I dare say, I don't think those were Black people playing Black people. I mean, they weren't Black people playing white people, you know, passing. They were white people playing Black people passing. So, I'm fascinated by this whole kind of concept because, you know, I know lots of light-skinned, very white-skinned Black people, very white-skinned Latino people, very white-skinned other kinds of people. So I know what that is. And yeah, so passing is a real thing. So anyway, Emily Bernard is going to come on and we're going to talk about it. I'm going to watch the film again because I was just so fascinated by it. I mean, I really was struck by this film. I was very fascinated by this film. And, you know, and I might go back and watch the Western again too, The Harder They Fall. Well, because listen, I love a Western, and to have an all Black Western, and one, they don't use the N word. They don't talk. They don't use it to each other. It is not used against them. You don't hear it in this film. And, you know, I love that you can make a film and never hear that word. I just love it. So I might watch it again because first of all, to see these brothers on horses is a thing of beauty. That's number one. To see brothers as cowboys, that's number two. And just to see the little shade that they threw. Like when they go to the all white town, and it literally is all white. I looked, I was like, oh shoot, that is a white town. It is literally a white town. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So I might want to watch it again just because it's, you know, and it's an old school Western, right? It's got all the things. It's got revenge. It's got loose women, but smart women. It's got drama. It's got a little humor, lots of horses, dustiness, sexiness, and a banging soundtrack. Saying it's a very Afro-futuristic centered soundtrack, if you could feel me on that. I mean, it does all the things. It checks all the bells and whistles for me. So if we are in the vein of making these kinds of films, oh, take all my money. I never want to go back to trifling films or struggle films. I think we should turn the corner on these struggle films. I think we have a whole vault of struggle films. I'm done. Struggle meaning, you know, we are at odds with each other. The N-word is rifled. We can't get along in these films. You know, like the dynamics between us as people is what the films are based on. If we're turning the corner, we could see much more nuanced characters and better insight into who we are as people. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You know, so I'm here for it. So I will I'm for it. So I'm waiting for all the other new films that are coming out. I just want to see all the things. You know, I'm ready. I'm ready to see all the things. Listen, I'm ready for Best Man Wedding. Like, where's that film? It came up in my anniversary feed the other day, like from 2019, I think, or 2017 or whatever. And somebody texted back, somebody posted sent me the article saying it's coming. Okay, well, this thing has been coming for quite some time. Where's it at? Because, you know, I love that whole Best Man franchise. I love it. Love. I just think that's another one that I thought was well done, that I enjoyed very much. You know, the dynamic of these friends and, you know, since college, and, you know, the foolishness and the shenanigans. I still love it. And the losing of a friend, you know, in their midst, you know, I still turn it, like if it's on regular TV and it's on and I'm scrolling through, I'll stop and I'll just watch it to the end. I don't care when I fall in. So, you know, I love it. So that's what I'm saying. And so yeah, films. I'm here for it. And now that I'm gonna go see King Richard, I'm looking forward to it. Only because Ingenue Ellis is my sorority sister. And if you saw her in Lovecraft Country, baby, amazing. And I hear she is amazing in this role. Like, you know, yeah, Will Smith is, you know, we know Will Smith's work, and we're proud and we celebrate and we watched his trajectory, but you know, I think it's a whole force to be reckoned with. I mean, she's of that Viola Davis, Octavia Spencer crowd, right? Like these just amazing thespians, amazing uh, actors, So I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. Here for it. So I can't wait to see it. I just want to see it because of her. I do. I want to I want to see it because of her. I want to see her. So I'm looking forward to it. See what else. And I'm looking forward to Halle Berry's film. I love a good boxing film. And the fact that this is her directorial debut, and it's a big film with a big story. And it's not a film where she's all glammed up and I mean, we already know she's stunningly beautiful. I mean, she's a blonde girl, for God's sake. But this film is like grit and bloody, and she's in it. I know men all over this world. I know people all over this world like, ooh, I don't want to see Halle Berry get hit. I can't take that. So I get it. I understand. I don't want to see her hit either, but so we'll see. We shall see. So yeah, there's enough good films coming out there that will satisfy, I think, all the nuances of Black people. Hoping anyway. Listen, Jessica Watkins, the astronaut, is going to be the first Black woman at the International Space Station. So, listen, get us to space, baby, and we will handle it. We will handle that. Handle it. So I'm like, yes. So she's going up, first Black woman up there. And I don't know how much time she's going to do up there. Very excited. So looking forward to that. So let's see what else is going on. I'm trying not to look too much at the news. I mean, news is important, but news is important, but gosh, news is kind of dire right now. I don't even know where to. I watch the news like everybody else. I like staying on top of stuff, but I can't immerse myself in news like I used to. I like to know the topical up to the minute stuff. But I don't know. Somebody else was shot dead in their car on Sunday in the East Rock section of East Rock section. He was 40 years old. I don't know what that's about. Oh, Lord have mercy. So I'm looking at the New Haven Independent. So that's a tough one. Quentin Jones. I feel like I might know who that is. Ugh. If I go back in my memory banks, because when you have as many lives as I have, everybody starts to be interchangeable. You ever do that? You run into people like, okay, where am I time frame did I meet this person? I'm in that space now because I'm aging. I'm like, I'm 58, so I'm aging. So I'm like, did I meet you when I was 12? Like, when did did my Churchview South years or my, City Point years? Like, when did I meet you? Because I tell you, I don't, it's a little challenging. Oh, is this my, I think this is not my church. This is another church, Orange Street, which is going to be housing. Wow. Boy. I mean, because, the Church of the Redeemer on the corner of Whitney and Cold Spring is being converted into housing now. I don't know if it's going to be condominiums or apartments, but housing. however way that plays out. And they have to use the outside of the structure stays the same because the community was like, you're not gonna bring these little box things here. So if you drive by, you can see the work. But this church is on Orange Street, I believe. Oh no. Yeah, this is on Orange Street, somewhere in East Rock, in the East Rock community. 590 Orange Street. So they're gonna it's the Evangelical Covenant Church. So yeah. So yeah, somebody's coming by. I gotta tell people I'm working. I can't open the door. Yeah, so are we talking Paul, you telling me this about the person he lived on Ellsworth, grew up in Hamden, attended Hill House, seemed like a really nice guy? Okay. Oh. I don't know, maybe it was that. I wonder if that's some old seeded beef or something. I don't want to speculate because it's painful. But 40 is that's not the drug age, right? Like that's not the age where you into stuff. You 40, you a family man, and you taking care of kids and running carpools. So I don't know. I guess there'd be more of the story, or I don't know. I just know we got a gun problem in this country. And I know people will say, well, if it wasn't guns, it'd be knives. If it wasn't knives, it'd be rocks. It would be something. Really? That's I don't like that. I don't like that conversation either. But so yeah, that's quite painful. But I might know him from some part of my life because he's a little bit older than my nieces and nephews. He's not as old as my brothers, so but the name is very familiar to me. So anyway, and he looks very familiar. So anyway, and then the cop arrested on sex charge. What is going on in that police department? Gay is some new foolishness over there. God, if we only had some leadership. If we just had some leadership over at the police department, I'm sorry, and in City Hall. But they out there, out there selling streets for $52 million, I guess. Pretty soon, what's gonna happen in New Haven? We're gonna have to rent from Yale. We got to rent our city back from Yale because they gonna be done bought everything. We're gonna have to pay them all our tax money. Instead of going down to Orange Street, we got to just go over there to wherever they set up an office on Yale's campus, behind a wall or something, and pay for taxes, or fees to live. No shade to Yale. Oh, okay, hella shade to Yale. Y'all buying up all these streets. Didn't y'all just buy some streets? We're gonna make it pedestrian friendly. I'm waiting for the fence to go all the way around that PZ. They're gonna put that they're gonna wall off the whole area at some point. Somebody's gonna think that's a good idea. We'll just wall ourselves in. Let's just wall ourselves in. Cemeteries, all of it. And they don't care how it'll look. We'll just wall in all our stuff so we can just make the whole campus walkable. Like we'll just park our cars outside the wall. And once you come in the wall, you just walk or scooter around. There'll be no cars. And then maybe we'll put a dome over it. Tell me I'm out of line. Tell me. I want somebody to tell me I'm out of line with that thinking. Tell me. Because I know there's got to be somebody sitting somewhere on a dusty plan of walling off that whole university and all their properties to make it one large campus. So it doesn't have to interfere with city life. Because, safety. Just saying. Just saying. I'm really going to be bummed by that being closed off, because now you have to go all the way down and to go around, to come back around. Before you could just cut down High Street, come back around so you could so you could find some parking college, right? Swing back around in college. Now you got to go all the way down. Oh my God. Yeah, I see you. I'm waiting for y'all to wall in. You gotta wall in. I know it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. Somebody's gonna have an idea about how to do that. And even if it's a glass wall or some kind of wall that they can put up that you could see through, but you can't shoot through or crash through or chip through, because it's a safety issue. And we'll make it clear so that you could see through it, so you don't feel like you're behind the wall, because you can still see, they don't own the green, so they can see the green, they can see some churches, they can see things, but they'll wall off. Then they can make their whole campus walkable without benefit of cars. I don't know what they're going to do with the bajillion parking lots that they have. But you know what? I'm not anti-Yale. I am not anti-Yale. I think it is a blessing to have a university of that caliber in our midst. However, and I'm with you know what? I'm with I think there ought to be a national search for, and I believe in pulling from within, but I think also, I think Police Commissioner Tracy Mears and Shafiq are onto something about, doing a national search. And the fact that this mayor waited until, he's doing it now, not waiting until the new alders are seated, because I think, when you do that kind of stuff, the message to me says you're not interested in what the new leadership, the new alders are saying. Because what's the rush? If this police chief is acting police chief, a few more months is not going to make a big difference. So it says to me, you don't want to be challenged. It's his every right to put who in the post who he wants. I get that, but the optics on this just looks bad. But he's not one to care about optics, as we all know. So so I don't know what I don't. I don't know. So, I do think there's something to look at a national search. So, it's fine to look. It's fine to look to see what other talent with a breath of fresh air to bring to a department. That's fine, and it's also fine to promote through the ranks. I get that. I get that. We'll see. We'll see who she puts to her left and to her right. Because the way they're carrying on over the police department, ain't no black people over there, or Latinos, or any other. It's all white. Let them tell it. Well, we can't find. Ooh, we can't. We don't know. Can't see. Talent. Whatever. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm looking at all the comments on the wall over there on that particular post about police chief, about the Feek and the one of the police commissioners on Kika's Corner are talking about a national search. I see it, and people are long-winded. It's like a bunch of mini dissertations. I'm not going to read all of this because it's people are waxing poetic, But even listen, John Develica jumped in on it, and so interesting. Lots of conversation on this thing. People who I normally don't see commenting, so that's pretty interesting, So if you're interested, go over to the New Haven Independent and read some of the comments, and then read them and then weigh in on what you think is of interest to you. I mean, I mean, there's some foolishness and shenanigans, but the people who are thoughtful and know something about this matter are weighing in with some real thoughts. So interesting. I might have to second look, take a spin through and see what people are saying. Because I there are a couple of voices that I'm not hearing that I'm hoping will weigh in, because I'm concerned about this matter on a lot of levels. The long-term repercussions, the optics of it, and in this day and age, and in a city this size that is, I guess, 47% not white, it's kind of interesting to me that top brass is all white. So, representation matters, and I'm just concerned about that. So yeah, beyond streets being sold, beyond Yale anteing up some more money, and beyond whatever. If I was Yale, I would have shut up about the street part, just anteed up the money. But I guess it's the package deal. I don't know. I'm not trying to tell them to be dishonest, but some things just couldn't just release them saying slowly, because you get portrayed in a bad light. I don't know. I just don't know. So just don't know. Anyway, so it's almost time for me to jump out. Hey, Harry, finished all? You got the girls all settled? Or
Yeah, they just left.
Oh, they did? Oh, they're not staying all day?
No. Lumi had an appointment, and the girls can't go sit in the waiting room, especially with Daisy a little sick. So, so I'm the stop. I get to do the little bit of babysitting.
Okay.
That's right.
That's very nice, Uncle, grandfather.
You say Yale? I don't think Yale let out that story about the street. I think, I think it was Tom that wrote the story. I think this is the way Tom wrote it, so that that they were purchasing.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's what streets are going for. I guess.
But also the police chief thing. I don't think you remember when they tried to go national search for the superintendent? I don't think that worked out pretty good.
It didn't work out for that, because superintendents across the country are under siege. So boards of educations are struggling with stuff. That's not unique to New Haven. Boards of educations are just off the chain everywhere. So
yeah, but I think if once something hits the fan, the fact that they're an outsider will be brought up consistently. So it
depends. I mean, honestly, we did do a search before for a police chief. He came, we liked him. He stayed for like 2 minutes, and then and then he bounced. So I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not opposed to a search. I mean, there might be some candidates out there who might be a good fit for a city this size and its demographics. That's all. But I'm also a fan of coming up the ranks, like looking at who within the ranks could step into this role. I don't think she's a good choice. I just don't. And a lot of people feel that way. Not because I don't even know. I don't think I've ever met this woman. I don't know her. But just by what I've seen, just by the way that she has handled certain things, I don't think she is a good fit for this city with this demographic. I just don't think so. So, but it's in his right as a mayor to pick whomever he likes in that role. He doesn't have to get board approval or any of that. He could just say this. He could say, I want Mickey Mouse to be, police, chief of police. I mean, say anything. So,
I think it's a hard job these days.
Well, I mean, but that's what you sign. That's what you sign up for. Like,
Yeah.
So what? So what? This is a hard job sometimes, but this is what I signed up to do. So I mean, hard is irrelevant. I mean, you sign on to do this, you figure it out, right? You surround yourself with thinking people who don't yes you and who you can't intimidate and who you can't talk, crap to, who will give you will feed you information that makes sense so that you can make well-informed decisions. But if you don't have that, then you make bad decisions. When you don't trust the people around you, or you don't have enough people around you with a differing an opinion, then you're gonna make foolish choices. I think it's a foolish choice. So there's that. Yeah. And I'm a fan of the police, so I want them to be great. I want this police department to be restored to back to the place of being exemplary and a place where people look to us for leadership around the country. I like to see that return. But I think we're going down a very difficult path right now, and not going to bode well. Winter is coming.
Well, winter comes, right? Crime goes down.
Well, I think that's probably what we need. Winter and some COVID. Winter and COVID to make everybody be in the house. Wasn't crime down when we were all held hostage? Maybe we need some more of that. I don't know.
Yeah, some more solitary confinement.
For all of us.
Yeah. That story you read of the 40-year-old man who got shot.
Yeah.
Weirdly, on the New Haven Independent's Facebook, it says there was an additional line in there outside of a $1.45 million mansion in Prospect Hill. I don't know what it's implying, but
I know. Why would they say that? Is it his house, or he was in front of somebody's house?
In front of somebody's house.
Oh, so I think they're trying to say even a crime like this happened in front of a very expensive house. Is that what they're saying?
I don't know what. Yeah, I guess what they're saying, crime could happen anywhere. Like, I don't know.
Even in front of a $1.4 million house. Like, what? So no place is safe. No place is off limits.
Yeah.
Yes. Or they just want crime. They just want these kinds of crimes to be relegated in the ghetto, relegated to the ghetto. Like those are the crimes that we hear in the hood. Tell you something. All of New Haven is newsflash. All of New Haven is the hood. People, what's wrong with y'all? Leave me alone. I love my town.
Hi, Babz.
All right, Harry. See you tomorrow. We got 2 days before gobble gobble.
Oh, yes. Thanksgiving week.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully everybody has their Thanksgiving meal ready to go. I saw it this weekend. I saw there was a lot of turkey giving in New Haven. So.
Yeah, it was, Harry.
Yeah.
No shortages.
I know, no shortages in New Haven. There were hundreds of turkeys being given out.
I know. I was trying to get my daughters because they're gonna be here by themselves. I was like, yo, y'all go get your turkey and make it. They don't feel confident enough to cook a turkey. You don't got to get in the oven with it. You just you have to take all the things out, season it, put it in the oven for a gazillion hours. What, Harry? I try, Harry. I try.
They got to remember it's in the oven, though. Babz.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's
the thing. All right, Babz. See you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you feel better tomorrow, Harry Droz.
Yeah. Mañana.
Yes, feel better tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Hi, this is Babz Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut. and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org.